Good evening and welcome to Estuate's webinar on Oracle Application Express, commonly termed as Apex, a game changer. Today's presenters are Palash Rai, Estuate's Manager of Business Development, Datta Ramana, he is the Senior Project Manager of Oracle Practice of Estuate India, Sumana, Estuate's Team Lead. Sumana Ravishankar has been involved in securing, implementing and designing Oracle Apex projects. In the last 6+ years, she has implemented various projects using Oracle Apex and SQL or PLSQL for clients across the globe. She has been involved with clients from gathering initial requirements to design or build to long-term support. Palash Rai, with 17 years of experience in IT industry, he is currently working as the Manager of Business Development and has performed diverse roles in customer service, sales support, account management and sales early in his career. He has performed as a bridge for business delivery both for the organization as well as for the customers. Datta Ramana has 20 years of experience in the IT industry and worked internationally on product development and project consultant. Datta worked for Oracle Corporation for close to a decade and also worked for many premier consulting firms. Datta is a PMI certified project manager and leading Oracle practice in Estuate, India. Dear attendees, we will be emailing the link of this recorded webinar to all the registrants. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type in the question box or in the chat box that you find at the right side of the panel. In today's webinar, we will be learning about a brief about Estuate, Apex overview, and a few case studies to showcase our expertise in this field, followed by the Q&A that you might have at the end of the session. Now I'll turn the webinar's control to Mr. Palash, and he'll be presenting.
Thanks, Anish. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for sharing your valuable time over the webinar. So here we start with a brief introduction about Estuate. Next slide, please. Estuate was formed in 2005, headquartered in the Silicon Valley, USA, with offices in India, UK and Canada. We are a team of 350 plus consultants. Majority of our business is through client referrals, which is an indicator of trust-based relationships. Next slide. We focus on 5 specialized IT service areas comprising of Oracle Technologies, IBM Optim, Product Engineering, Big Data and BI, and Staff Augmentation. Apart from being an advanced business partner, we are also into product development partnership with IBM, covering all Oracle family ERPs, where we sell, implement and manage data archival, data privacy, test data management and application decommissioning solutions. IBM Guardian and DB2 migration are also a part of our IBM practice. In Oracle Technologies and Applications, we have implementations, upgrades, customizations, enhancement and migrations, performance tuning and system administration for Oracle EBS, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Sibyl, Fusion Applications and Database. Estuate launched its Big Data practice in 2012. We are also into BI applications, implementation and management, covering Oracle Hyperion, Endeca, OBIE, IBM InfoSphere and Analytics, including open source BI tools and big data platform. Product engineering services covers application integration for clouds, web services, SOA. Also included are mobile application developments, QA, testing automation services. We are also into staffing services, providing resources intended to extend our customers' engineering and support team. Next slide, please. In this slide are mentioned some of our clients with respect to our focus areas. For IBM Optim are companies like Citibank, Pfizer, Vodafone. For Oracle are companies like Revitas, Hotwire and Oracle itself. We have developed some custom applications on Apex for Oracle Marketing Group as well. In product engineering, we have companies like Cisco, Salesforce, Visa, Bosch are some examples for big data and PI. So this was all in brief about Estuate. I would now pass it on to Datta, to take up the Apex overview and the technical benefits. Datta.
Hey, good evening to everyone. In the next few slides, I will be explaining you about Apex features, benefits, history of Oracle Application Express, and we present you a case study where we adopted this technology for a business need. So let me give you a brief overview of Apex. Oracle Application Express, also commonly known as Apex, started off as a project in Oracle Corporation called HTML-DB, internally in Oracle, and subsequently it has evolved as a platform for developing enterprise-class web applications. How is Apex different from other application development frameworks? So the way Apex is different from other development platforms for database programming is that it facilitates declarative programming. So this declarative programming is a kind of new concept from Oracle, where all advanced tools such as OA framework, for example, uses it. Apex adopted the same design principle. Declarative programming means the metadata is constructed for the UI and the UI control. Hence, no file-based hazards are there, given that web application development is rapid with Apex. Oracle Application Express combines the qualities of a personal database development, that is the productivity, ease of use, and flexibility, with the qualities of an enterprise database development, so primarily the security, integrity, and scalability. The biggest advantage is that Apex applications are standard browser-based applications. This significantly increases the end-user productivity. As you know, nowadays the end users are more familiar with the browsers and the browser-based UI. All the business logic of Apex applications resides in the form of PL/SQL packages, which makes it very easy to program and maintain. Since PL/SQL is a native language to Oracle, it is possible to achieve high performance when Apex applications are developed. And lastly, the most important feature of Apex tool and application developed using Apex is that they run seamlessly with any Oracle database without any additional licensing or infrastructure overhead. Next slide, please. So this slide demonstrates a graphics, shows the way the graphics is in Apex. So it's you can see that the UI is standard Oracle-based UI, and like other tools and applications from Oracle, it's browser-based. Next slide, please. Let me tell you briefly about Apex architecture. There are basically two different Apex architecture which are based, it's primarily based on the Oracle database version you are using. So Oracle came up with the one version of Apex, for the database version prior to 11.1, and one version of Apex, the architecture of Apex for database versions after 11.1. So in this particular slide, the Apex architecture prior to database version 11.1 is depicted. As you can see, there are two major components here. So number one is Oracle HTTP server. Number two is Oracle Mod PL/SQL plugin. Oracle HTTP server, which is nothing but the database web server, for example, Apache. The Mod PL/SQL plugin functions as a communication broker between the web server and the Oracle Express objects in the database. This maps browser requests into database stored procedures, calls in the database, a kind of communication broker. Next slide, please. So this slide depicts the latest architecture, the latest Apex architecture from Oracle. So this, as I said, this Apex architecture is applicable if you are on Oracle database version 11.1 and higher. So in this scenario, embedded PL/SQL gateway is used as a communication broker, which removes the need of Oracle HTTP server required in the earlier versions. Embedded PL/SQL gateway provides Oracle database with web server and infrastructure to create dynamic applications. It runs in XMLDB HTTP server in Oracle database and includes core features of ModPL/SQL plugin from the prior versions. Next slide, please. Let me give you a brief history of Apex. Since years, Oracle Apex has been under continuous development, and now it's evolved as a very stable and strong product from Oracle. And the current Apex version, the latest version is Apex 4.2.3. Some of the features supported by Apex in current releases are the HTML5, which provides seamless mobile and tab support, plugins and team development for enterprise applications, and reusable components for enhanced support of interactive events based on charts, graphics, and reports. All this give clear impression of how stable and mature Apex is in terms of application development as a tool and as a platform. Since its inception in February 2004 as a feature of Oracle Database 10G, Oracle Application Express has been tremendous uptake with hundreds of thousands of downloads and thousands of customers using it on their production systems. Oracle Application Express is a standard database component of Oracle Database 11G and above now. So it's clear, all these points make it clear that Oracle continues to invest on the development and support of Oracle Application Express, and Oracle is constantly working on new releases. The development community is very excited now that Oracle is working on Apex 5.0, and Oracle may announce the release date soon. We are waiting for it. Next slide, please. Let's talk about the benefits of Apex. So first, let me talk about the benefit of Apex technically, to your IT department, primarily to developers. So browser-based development. So develop, deploy, manage from within a web browser. So there is no infrastructure overhead and no specialized training is required. As such, the tool is straightforward and the simple tool. It leverages PL/SQL and to handle business logic, ensuring that you can utilize your existing workforce for support and maintenance activities. The best thing you get from Apex is that PL/SQL is the primary language. Also, you know very well, also it's proved that PL/SQL is more efficient than Java when it comes to Oracle database, since PL/SQL is a native language to Oracle. So that makes Apex applications very much performance oriented. Runs within database. The Apex applications runs within database, and it leverages the scalability and manageability options of enterprise Oracle databases. This is also a big advantage. Though it's listed in the slide, last point, but very important point is that it's fully supported by Oracle. Like any other tools working on the EBS 12 or anything like that. Oracle fully supports Apex, and Oracle Apex forums are all very active, and Oracle support, you get Oracle Constant support for Apex. Next slide, please. So portability is another big advantage with Apex. Apex has out-of-box support options for creating a test copy, migrating an application across environments. So all these are easy and quickly achievable, through this tool. Security. Nowadays the enterprise applications, give more importance for security, and Apex is not an exception. Apex seamlessly integrates with SSO, single sign-on, LDAP, and has inbuilt Apex authentication, which makes your enterprise applications very secure and meet all your compliance requirements. So the next one is the RESTful web services integration. You can have RESTful web services for and third-party applications integration. That's possible through Apex. So the REST style architecture conventionally consists of client and servers. Client initiates requests to servers, and server process requests and return appropriate responses. And all these things are possible through Apex. And integration with packaged applications. So there are a lot of third-party plugins and sample applications, or not packaged applications across team packages. A team develops packages, and adopting that package for the application development as a teamwork, and everything is seamlessly possible using Apex. Next slide, please. Okay, with this, let me hand over to Palash to cover this part. Palash.
Thanks, Datta. So as you just went through the Oracle Apex overview, there were some technical benefits narrated. In conjunction with those, I would like you to walk through some other benefits which matters you more on a business perspective. Firstly is ROI in Apex, and secondly, employee productivity. Next slide. In the current context, ROI would also include savings on investment. To start with, there is no licensing or support cost for Apex. The support being provided to your existing Oracle database covers the Apex part too. Hence, free your mind from this investment point. The overall cost for development, deployment, maintenance, and upgrade is quite low. When the product or the tool is easy and scalable comparatively, the cost around it is naturally low. No additional or third-party costly tools are required with Apex. There is no additional cost for backup or recovery even. Stay ahead by quick deployments. The competitive times requires you to be ahead. Therefore, quick information processing and decisions coupled with adaptability to changes are the keys that add up to your revenue. You can fulfill departmental application needs and even save enterprise application costs. For example, an organization whose stores or warehouses are at multi-locations, there the goods in and out, damages, approvals, issue of MRCs, material receipt certificates, what we call, etc. all can be transacted on an Apex application without any frills, and the database can be updated on a real-time basis. Similarly, a distributor or a dealer management system built on Apex can likewise cater to your sales or after-sales needs and even be tied up to your enterprise setup, maybe the CRM. So the Apex application accessed through browser is a cost savior compared to the enterprise client. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, increasing employee productivity is another key benefit. A classic conversion of such productivity is engagement for more profitable pursuits. You can save time on searching and access for information with centralized solution built on Apex. With centralized secured management of business data and easy web access to reliable up-to-date business information, employees can quickly become more productive. They no longer waste time searching for resources on individual desktops or be in a risk of using potentially out-of-date information. Using Apex, you can improve your employees' productivity by developing applications that generate online dashboards with graphic representations and streamline internal operations. Employees are able to work with much greater efficiency and consistency. A leading consulting firm streamlined this click-through requirements so that in one screen, working on an Oracle database now provides the users with the same information that previously required more than 20 different screens. A process that used to take 25 minutes has been reduced to 2.5. Familiar and intuitive Apex applications navigations allow for a fast end-user ramp-up with little training and frees them from usage of complex applications. Similarly, the developers have a shortened software engineering lifecycle. Therefore, in a nutshell, it can be said that freeing up the resources early leads to increase in employee productivity and ultimately make you save or lower your investment. So these were some of the benefits from the business perspective. Now I will pass it on to Datta to take up the case study. Datta.
Thanks, Palash. So let's talk about some, particularly a case study. So, I'm talking about this case study where we developed this application using Apex into one of our esteemed customers. So customer in this use case is one of the world's leading university based out of the US and is a premier institute in the field of education and research. Let me give you a little background of the customer. And the reason we got the requirement to develop this. So the university receives funds from a variety of sources, which includes government, non-government, corporate sponsors, and tuitions. These funds are most of the times intended for specific tasks and research work to be carried out within the university, and in order to ensure the proper relation of funds, the university has to create and manage almost 30,000 funds. To ensure efficient creation, allocation, and management of these funds, the customers required a consolidated fund management system with features to report on planned and forecast budgets, creation and management of gifts or grants across departments, and enabling departments in managing these accounts, which is called project task and award, also termed as PTA. I'll talk about these applications in my subsequent slides. Additionally, I would like to highlight that the customer required the system to be web-based with very intuitive UI and easy to use for business users. Next slide, please. So all these customer requirements led us to go for this solution, what we are depicting in this slide, and needless to say that we use Apex for that. So the customer was having an existing setup of Oracle EBS, Oracle E-Business Suite. So we tried to leverage the customer's existing infrastructure and proposed an Apex-based solution which comprises of 3 different applications to fulfilling the customer business requirements. These applications are FFET, that's Faculty Financial Enquiry Tool, Gifts and PTA Manager, so generally called PTA Manager. The PTA stands for Project Task Award, and other applications related with that. So, I'll be explaining more about these applications in my subsequent slides. The main idea behind proposing this solution was to leverage Apex capabilities of Express development, leading to quick turnaround, Web 2.0 user interface standards, and no additional infrastructure cost or effort overhead. So as well, I want to add one more point here, that the university staff was very well trained on PL SQL. They knew PL SQL well. So having Apex as a development tool served very much there for that purpose. Next slide, please. So let's talk about, or let me give you a kind of brief introduction of the applications we developed as part of this project for the university. All these applications are developed using Apex tool. So gift transmittal system was developed for the department to enter, approve and track gifts made to the university online. Automated workflows, auto approval notifications, and document repository to hold on attachments required for the creation and approval of gifts were developed as part of this application. So PTA manager. This application was developed to act as an entry point for the creation of project tasks and triggering the required approval workflow for accounts. Online configurable workflows were developed to automate offline PTA creation and approvals. Now I should talk about the workflows. These are all workflows created in a custom way, for the client, specifically to satisfy the university needs. The faculty financial inquiry tool, or internally it's well known as FFET. This was developed to help faculty manager for their university financial resources, to manage their university financial resources. It provides options to drill down transaction details for researchers, individually, organizationally owned accounts and funds, current, projected and forecasted balances. The various the financial tasks can be achieved through this tool. Next slide, please. So let me state some of the highlights of this project. Automated configurable workflow routing. As I said, we developed this workflow as part of the solution. Generic workflow engine was developed to facilitate automated and configurable workflows required for different approval across the system. Simple web-based user interface was provided to enable system administrators configure these workflows and associated notifications. Transparency and accuracy. These are achieved. This quality is achieved by providing single point of access for all org data. So the documentation repository to maintain uploaded donor documents that can be easily accessed for review, for approvals, and could be attached to the workflows. It's a repository, document repository. Shorter process time. The developed application cut down a lot of manual effort associated to these processes by utilizing online workflows and electronic routing of data. And obviously this simple, intuitive Web 2.0 user interface. So Apex is completely web-based solution, and it supports frameworks like jQuery, which helps in building highly interactive and intuitive cross-browser compatible user interfaces. So the highly efficient UI is possible using Apex, and there's no additional infrastructure overhead for Apex. And if you are intended for agile and express development, Apex is the tool we should go for. Next slide, please. We captured some screenshots to show you or to give you a kind of sense of Apex screens and Apex output. You can see there either the query pages or input pages. They all kind of standard UI based from Oracle and standard web based, and most of these screens look very similar to if you develop applications using, for example, ADF or OA framework. Next page, please. So this is a sample list of a few customers you proudly serve on Apex technology platform. Stanford University, we developed them the fund management system. And to Oracle, we developed a social campaign calendar. And for IFPI, we developed media tracking tool. Next slide, please. Now let me hand over the control to Sanish to carry further. Thank you.
Okay, great. That was a fantastic presentation, Datta. Thank you for presenting that. And we will be opening the QA session now. If you guys have any questions, please type in the QA box or in the chat box that you find on the right side of the panel. Okay, seems to be we are having a question posed by one of our attendees. Are there any limitations of Apex over other web-based applications? Application development platform, in fact. Hello, is Sumna? Sumna, can you take up this question? Hello.
Now, basically, when it comes to any tool as such, there are limitations. Apex 2 has some limitations, and primarily, we should remember that Apex is a database development tool. Like see, if you are using a database application, if you are developing a database application, Apex suits very well, very well. And say as I stated in my slides, Apex uses PL/SQL. PL/SQL is primarily a PL/SQL is primarily a database language. Unlike Java, Java is primarily aimed for the web development. So when your application is data incentive, then surely now Apex serves there. And so when your application is primarily on web intensified, probably you might have a lot of mobile interface, lot of web service interface like that. Then at the time, developing the application using Java might be beneficial. So, but the Oracle direction is for using Apex for the database development. So for plain database development, Apex is the tool. I hope that answered the question.
Now we have another question from another attendee. How are approvals handled in Apex?
So if I map this question correct, it is approvals related to workflows and all. In that case, yes, certainly yes. As you also heard when we explained about the case study, we had created multiple workflow as part of a configurable workflow engine, and we can associate multiple levels of approvals. It is purely custom development based on the requirements. So certainly it is very much capable of handling all different kind of approval hierarchies related to any workflow engine. I hope this answers the question. If anything else is associated to it to this particular question, please feel free to extend it.
The next question would be, do we have a setup screen to define the approvers?
Yeah, so I think it is again extension to the same question, and yes, we are going in the right direction. As I said, there are no inbuilt screen as such part of Apex. Apex is a framework using which we develop different kind of custom applications. The advantage, as explained in the previous question, is that we can have these applications developed very quickly and deploy it without any infrastructure requirement. So when we say that do we have a setup screen, when we work out on any enterprise level application where we build up workflow engines, we do provide we instead of hard coding the approver hierarchy and all, we do provide customizable views using which you can always manipulate it and change it as your business grows and evolves.
Hopefully that answered your question. And we have the follow-up question. Which technology do you use? Is it Oracle workflows?
No, when we talk about workflows, again, it is purely on the Apex side. We develop the custom workflows as part of Apex applications itself. Through that we handle. But again, being a framework which sits in the Oracle database and works seamlessly with the Oracle database capabilities, there has been instances where we, like the case study itself, the application used to work very closely with e-business suite also. So if required, we can enable certain data points to integrate it with Oracle workflows. But when we talk about whatever I have explained in a couple of previous questions and the case study, we were talking about the custom workflows as part of the applications.
Hopefully that answered your question. And we have another question from one of our attendee. What is the advantage of Apex over Java or .NET?
The Java or .NET has advantage in developing web applications, but when it comes to Oracle world, PL/SQL always wins, and Apex is firmly kind of based on PL/SQL. And see, when the advantages of PL/SQL, when PL/SQL code is compiled, Oracle can efficiently use that inside the database. Much more efficiently than it uses Java. So that's the major advantage. And see, when your application is running in the middle tier, and I understand that having Java and having the web services, they all make much more sense than running the application in the database. So when you're running database, when you're running the application in the database, then having PL/SQL is much more efficient when it comes to the performance, execution, the development and maintenance, and that's achieved through Apex.
Okay, that was a fantastic Q&A. Thank you attendees for all your questions. Hope you enjoyed this webinar. We have recorded this webinar and we'll be emailing you the link in next couple of days and also uploading this to our website. We will be sending you an email with the link and you can share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us and the contact details are shown on the screen. Thank you. Have a nice evening.